Okay, I think we're ready to go this time. Hey, there we go. Alright, so last time out we fixed all the stuff that was wrong. Man, I'd love an auto dock right about now.
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the Archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
Such processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
The Tremor Cleaver, you say? Ooh, that sounds fancy.
Where next? Punch card processing or the reactor?
Hello, beautiful. All right, let's make sure that we're going to favorite that. Favorite that. Where's my, there it is. Hey, Niles, you got any mods for this thing?
For chat. You need something? I'll see what I can do.
Doesn't look like it. All right. Alright, so let's head on up to... Are we tracking the right mission? Onwards! So many objectives.
What are they doing down there? Are they after us next? No need to fret. The lifts were locked down. You need special permissions to override them. Phew. Thanks the Sovereign.
Why am I invisible? There's one log in there we didn't read. I feel like we've got plenty of ammo for the most part. Oh, thank God, another dock. There goes our poisoning. Thank you. All right, let's go repair this reactor. Damn, this place is cool. Some really cool levels right here.
Trust the plan, preserve set progress. Sustain the system, serve the Sovereign.
Unfriendly nearby.
Hey, buddy.
Quick once over. Come on out. Investigating hostile acts.
Okay.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, Sovereign.
Okay.
The archive reactor requires manual maintenance.
The Protectorate bunker mech is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology.
A creative workaround might be of considerable work, namely via the reactor.
Eventually against the possible edges.
The reactor's backup security systems.
Seems we've the choice of adjusting the turret settings or sealing reinforcement doors. Either's fine by me.
Open caches for health supplies or weapons. Could enable that fire suppression system we saw earlier.
Reactor fire suppression system online.
There we go. Emergency munitions cache. Yeah, we'll disable.
Reactor reinforcement door sealed. Reactor turret defenses online.
Yeah, no, that seems like a bad idea. Let's leave that off.
Reactor turret defenses offline.
Let's open up the ammo reserves.
Emergency ammunitions cache unsealed.
Oh, damn, that's all the fuses. Oh, well. Ah, so there was definitely some benefits to having done that. Very nice.
Bunker mech, get ready.
I'm not real worried about the bunker mech. Y'all guys shouldn't be easy either. Ah, okay, I see where we are.
Prudence dictates imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
I mean, it's just a bunker mech.
Prudence dictates the whole of the Protectorate is stronger than its parts. The paradox.
Void and door locked.
IT functioning selflessly, without complaint or groan.
Wow, I certainly made that a lot easier on myself.
We should keep moving, Commander. All right, but we best do this quick.
Right. That wasn't so bad. Who's scared of bunker mechs anyways? Okay. That is not what it looked like. Little shitty to just have an invisible wall right there, guys.
Try to limit further damage, Commander.
Ow! Miles, come here.
We should keep moving, Commander. All right, but we...
I'm not a huge fan of doing this section with him and Marisol, but we're here with him now. I'm certainly not going to go all the way back to the ship and But as soon as I get a chance, I'm switching back to Inez and Eva.
And here I'd worried our data brick wouldn't arrive.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander.
That's scared.
Let me know when you need a distract.
Proceeding to attack. Vitals are in the red, Commander.
With punch card processing re-enabled, now you must disperse the written processing instructions.
Looks like we could ride this down if we get it moving.
Alright. Oh, hey. Okay, advanced encryption keys for everybody today.
Hostilities are afoot.
Ah, that'll let us get over there.
This place is obviously coming apart just the order. Watch yourself.
Mobilizing. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Can't have our fearless leader firing on him. Let's get the facts.
Quite the thing they've dreamed up here.
I sense the Rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central Interface to initiate processing. I am analyzing the Rift data further.
Now we can finally process our Rift data. Thank you, Jeebus.
Welcome back, Sentient. Now that you've returned, we can
Bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia. Workarounds failing. Erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Look, we need to resolve this, or we'll never get that Rift data processed. 2 of those priority sets need to go.
Priority control access nook unsealed. Initiate purge.
Control access nook. Huh. Sounds like my idea of a good time. Let's check it out.
Multitude diversiform.
I'm saving right here.
Waveforms. Oscillating. Cantankerously. Unplanned variables increasing. Major correction imminent. Radical divergences from the arc.
Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. I do it all. Marketing and PR.
Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? I
Shut up.
suspect they'd be angry. Why? You don't want your rivals to win now, do you?
Stop now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Think of all the bits we could make together.
Vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately.
You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a moon to maintain. What do you say? Partners!
I really hope we didn't just break the archive.
To conclude realignment of emphasized categorical imperatives, power down, then power on again.
Okay.
Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly feigned simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Now we can finally process this RIP data and see what we're dealing with.
That was not as complicated as I thought it was going to be.
Shall I proceed? Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration, 180 trillion and 1 picoseconds. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war, famine, and disease. Just to start.
Sounds good
but
to me.
my query remains. What are your next intentions? There are so many calculations left to perform. Rich data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental rift device with this information has a high chance of success. In addition to processing your data, I found time to restore the lift to Spyreton. Your allies are waiting for you outside this chamber. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed.
and it contains armor worn by the first operator. For now, goodbye.
Well, we could keep exploring Cloister, see if we find anything useful. Or we could head back to the ship and see where this data leads us. Seems prudent. Lead on.
All right. We're almost at level cap, I think.
What is it? I'll see what I can do. Interesting. All right, well. Time to head out of here. That was a cool area. I like that.
Processing.
Ready to waste it. On your command.
You know, fuck this. Not okay.
Check your scope. Combatant analysis. Gun weapon ready, Commander. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Is that one going to stop? All right, back to the incognito we go.
Commander, this unit requests your presence in the cockpit to discuss a priority matter. A
significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has cross-checked all data points and verified the findings. Horizon Point Station has reappeared. Based on energy readings, Horizon Point has been reconstituted by the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator, thus confirming the Archive's theory. While present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, a survey of the reconstituted station is advised as soon as possible.
Okay.
Calculating. According to the Archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator and inputting the rift data processed by the Archive. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving will be highly unlikely due to the high levels of rift energy. That is a correct assessment, Commander. In the meantime, Commander, it is worth considering your lack of formal alliances. Without Auntie's choice or the Order's help, you will have to face Horizon Point's dangers alone. Failure to make proper preparations raises the likelihood of death and serious injury occurring. Agents are encouraged to establish themselves as a friend to colonists and other local entities. These relationships can be effective points of exploitation at a later date.
Alright, we're headed to the Undisputed Claim, and we're going to go deal with this talkie-talkie. But I can put my party back together now. Gunner's mobile turret suit. Merciless Master. The Lonesome Ranger. I think we had, yeah. Auto Hacker 5000. Dead Man's Jacket. Native species and remote detonator. Okay. You two are coming with me. Teleport on over to the head office.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume with Auntie's Choice.
Alright, folks, I think shit's about to get real from here.
Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business.
There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to...
Oh, yes. Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Oh, spare no detail.
This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better. If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not, these negotiations may prove short indeed.
From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points still in need of massage.
Okay.
Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology.
We gotta take the dumb response.
Stop, please. If there is one subject at the forefront of my mind, it is the archive. Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control of the archive without interference from Auntie's choice.
What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? We would put it to far more practical use. Imagine the marketing strategies it could develop.
I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question.
Yeah, I agree with Ruth here.
Not completely sure you can convince me that Auntie's choice benefits from receiving 0 access to that wondrous little doodad. Oh, kindly enlighten me on precisely what those greater gains would be.
We'll give it number 2.
Oh, grand. More negotiations to look forward to in the future. Fine.
The Order is pleased to accept our mediator's wisdom in this matter.
Yes, the Order can keep their contraption, but the management of skip drives should be under the purview of Auntie's choice. No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all.
Where Auntie's choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience.
So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? Preposterous, and a waste of a perfectly good monopoly.
We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity.
Well, we're basically in the end game. And trying to negotiate between these two.
Correctly ascertained.
I disagree completely. Just look at how well the Order protected its own assets. Remember Golden Ridge, the archive? Besides, the Order will inevitably leave money on the table. Oh, pull my other leg. If Auntie's choice doesn't make a profit from it, I literally couldn't care less. Well, I never accept a deal I don't like, and frankly, you've been becoming a little too pertinacious for my liking. We can end these negotiations at any time, you know.
Oh,
it
Lord.
seems Auntie's choice stands little to gain from them.
Evidently, we have hit an impasse. Disappointing. But not outside the expected outcomes.
This is...
And you have disappointed me immeasurably. Do not come to the Order with any further petitions. We are better off without an incompetent like you.
I estimate this thriftless little misadventure has cost Aunties 100,000 bits for my time alone, besides spoiling a lucrative opportunity to do business with the Order.
Oh my god. That went fucking terribly. We're gonna try that again. Christ. I think we're going to have to let Auntie have the skip drives. I don't have the speech skills to talk my way out of this shit because I'm on a dumb playthrough.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and thusly rebettered it through artificial means at Auntie's choice. We strive to be one.
Let's try this again.
Look who it is, the instigator. Her mathematicalness should be...
Oh, this must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit.
Don't take that tone with me, little agent so-and-so. I've stripped...
If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator...
From where I'm... Point
right,
one,
your points,
control of the archive. Point two...
If there is one sub... Before we go any further...
What?
I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its
I am amenable to that proposition. Less work on our part.
I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal.
Next, we have Reginald Oswald in proprietary insight acquisition. No one said anything about paying, but... It would be a pittance compared to the future profits we might derive.
Involving money in science seems questionable. But having access to Auntie's resources would be useful for our research. Fine. Yes, I agree. Reluctantly.
Okay.
Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive. And I assure you that Auntie's choice values science.
Wow.
Nothing bad has ever happened when science and commerce are combined.
You can believe that as much as you want.
For us to discuss who will be overseeing the management of skip drives, specifically the production of skip cores.
No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all.
Where Auntie's choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience.
So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? Preposterous! And a waste of a perfectly good monopoly.
We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity.
This took us in a bad way last time. And I can't quick save here.
Exactly right.
I will want to run some calculations to be sure, but I'm willing to concede on this point for now. There is still the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate's rift technology once the war is finished. Although the science is still largely theoretical, this technology could be used to not only close rifts, but create new ones. A dangerous power indeed, left in the wrong hands.
The Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's choice would actually use it. For good, of course. In a gainful manner. A 50-50 split? But that's so... equal. I generally consider anything less than a majority as practically a loss. But fine. If Ruth's open to it, I believe I can agree on the general terms here. And, well, we can haggle over minor quibbling details like percentages later.
I shall look forward to brokering the math with you, Cleo. There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor, controlled by Auntie's choice.
I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe for general use. Out Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly need with such dangerous compounds? Running a little experiment, are we? On what? Or whom?
That is, quite frankly, none of your concern.
Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should withhold extremely dangerous chemicals if not properly notified of what they will be used for.
Point.
I will make no progress with my request without further explanation, will I? While the Archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly. Brain-to-logic assembly, as it were. Unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it. Certainly, but nothing I'm not prepared to suffer.
And I thought we were the ones who threw caution to the wind. Well, Ruth, if worst comes to worst, I'd be happy to serve as a substitute teacher for the Order.
A generous offer, but I fear you lack a certain number of qualifications. Conscience, for example. That math is confidential, but I have enough reason to believe the outcome will be favorable.
That doesn't sound like it.
I did not anticipate needing to fight for my own physical autonomy, but thank you for respecting my choice.
Oh, how it's delightful to me to see you squirm. All right. I'll get you your weird chemicals. I'll even provide you our corporate discount, practically wholesale. Best I'll say is today's outcome is workable. Barely. Our gains were not as exclusive as I had hoped they'd be.
Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward. As am I. You certainly have a way of curving probability into your favor.
Damn right I do.
Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice products out on the value-added Esplanade, or enjoy a refreshing cocktail at the Best Choice. And do come see me personally when you have time. I have just the thing in mind for an accomplished freelancer such as yourself.
One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the Archive to consider. Your contributions have been many and varied, and I will not belabor the point by recounting them all here. But know this. When the final contest with the Protectorate takes place, wherever that may occur, you will not only have the support of Auntie's Choice and the Order. I will stand with you, personally. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
That was some damn fine intermediation, Commander. You might just have a future in finance. You know, after Auntie and the Order trounce the Protectorate.
And now we get to go to Auntie's office? We're going to be level 30 here soon.
Successfully co-opted yet another of our rivals. Can't believe those eggheads accepted the deal. What's next on my agenda?
That outside contractor is here. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
Ah, there you are. Our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. You've proved quite useful. Keep it up. You'll be going places. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. I have no stomach for those with no stomach regarding me having no stomach. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for only the most trusted confidants. And covered in detail buried within the confidentiality clause.
This is not what I was
you agreed
expecting.
to on arrival. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes?
Well, ain't meaning no disrespect. It's just everyone was saying that you were focused on a product launch or avoiding assassination attempts. That's why you weren't seen in public.
Poor dear, believing that erroneous drivel. You do know I have a reputation to maintain. I can't let every rung leech know my condition and open the door for plotting. I ask again, do you have any problems with the previously mentioned stipulations?
I'm going to let that sit there for just a moment. There we go.
Fortunately, when you're the head of an advanced medical technology corporation, you become first in line for any experimental life-preserving procedures. As far as what happened, I was the victim of an unfortunate industrial accident shortly after we arrived here, the details of which are less salient than the details of what comes next.
Not exactly. Well, exactly. But not in the way you think. We have a mission for you that is vital to Auntie's Choice's survival.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously improved replacement body. There was a past proposal to utilize grafts, but once I saw what happened to those misfortunates in the experiment, like your hanger-on here, the idea was promptly abandoned.
Wait, are you saying that the grafting program was only started up to help you with your condition? And was shuttered because it couldn't?
Yes, keep up, dear. You'd think we would have invested money in such a risky procedure for gains on the battlefield. That's what bombs are for.
That means your scientists lied to us, and our suffering didn't mean anything at all. Is that right? Me and mine were just lab sprats to you this whole time?
This is what you signed up for. Tell me, did you also believe that we came here to solely liberate Arcadia and not for its resources? Oh, you did. How sad.
Oh, boy.
I'll have you know, we at Auntie's Choice are far from blood simple. Where's the profit in killing all your enemies when you can co-opt and sell goods to them later? Tut-tut. No, to find me the perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated automated automech factory over on Praetor. Not just any automechanical, something much, much more exciting. That facility was designed to build complex automechs, a natural choice when the Protectorate began experimenting with a proxy body for the original Sovereign. It was the last in a long line of his ill-fated life extension experiments. Work halted when he died, and the torso prosthesis they developed has been locked in the lab ever since. Make it mine.
There's a sub-facility beneath the automech factory. Its entrance, being hidden, is easy to miss. But we can show you how to find it.
Well then, fetch me my new body and we can finally begin bringing this system to heel.
Wow.
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's Choice.
choice.
Hi. Wow. Inez is going to have something to say about this. Yikes, just yikes.
Figures that after all our time avoiding rifts, our next... But that suits me fine. You know I can't go a day without attempting some Well, suppose that's all my suspicions of the Earth Directorate can... I feel a little bad for Ibarra. It stings less now that they didn't help Tausetti.
Alright. Where's this mission going? I mean, we've already been in the Automech production facility, so... Look at that. Right, this place is a friggin' mess. Oh, we're level 30. Nice.
As I expected, spies from Anti-Trio! Seize them!
Suicide always cheers me up.
Invasive! Invasive element!
Ooh, that just made Aza brutal. I didn't think about exactly what it meant when it said her ability now delivers in-ray damage. All right. This is definitely getting interesting.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy while the protectorate subjects get. We respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more,
Hello.
Soon I'll be able... You're back! Finally! Finally! Do you have it? Did you bring it here? Splendid. Oh, splendid! We'll ensure your reward matches the ample amount of faith I've placed in you. Nay, exceeds it. No additional hidden clauses. Honest. Oh, let me see it. Yes, indeed. Oh, let me look at you, gorgeous. If you'll all just excuse me a moment as I slip into something more formidable.
There you are. Congratulations. Now your body's almost as intimidating as your mind. You've narrowed the gap quite a bit.
Oh, Auntie, you look amazing. Absolutely everyone will want a new mech body after watching you strut the walk.
What about you? What do you think? Any first impressions you'd like to share?
Protracted screaming in abject terror.
Wonderful! Exactly the effect I was hoping for. What's more, it's an undeniable confirmation that the Archive-derived strategic plan can be reliably executed and produces incredible results. With their predictive abilities refining our planning and execution, our market dominance is a foregone conclusion. Yes, so much to do, and we have you to thank for making it happen.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
I'm looking forward to you working for me further.
Okay. Well, folks, looks like we're headed for the Horizon Station. I don't know how I feel about all this, but hey. Here we go.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. Unfortunately, this is not possible due to several factors, including but not limited to the absence of a very large net. Donning armor before embarking on this mission is highly recommended. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
A would-be tyrant doing something tyrannical. Who could have seen this coming?
This unit will choose a more uplifting topic. Selecting topic. Error. No topic found. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony. While the Order and Auntie's Choice have sent their forces to assist you in intercepting the modulator, it will take time for them to navigate the station.
Only one person here knows Horizon Point as well as you, Commander. Should be me, watching your back. Like old times.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
All right. Niles has a point. I think I'm going to take Niles and Inez and leave my bloodthirsty little murderer here.
As if the rift's not hair-raising enough? Something about those soldiers up ahead's got my spine tingling. There she is, the Providence. I'd have sacrificed pay to build a ship like that back on Triangular.
It is who we are, and it falls to you. Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together.
Being back here feels like straying into a dream. The bad kind.
You need anyone to pinch you? You just let me know. You ain't alone in this.
Ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who...
This is definitely surreal.
What a shame. But reckon it's better he didn't live again to see this.
Let me know when you need it a stretch.
Okay, so those are going to be the mechs. This is wild. was that?
You know, if the lives and deaths of millions weren't in the balance, this would make a fine agility course. But the rift modulator ought to make our path clearer.
Attention! This is your anti-calling. Per our agreement, Anti's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way.
Order forces are on a similar trajectory.
Never would have expected this camaraderie in all my life. But with both of them backing us, we got a real shot at this. Let's not walk into that plasma face first.
Thought my plasma shower days were behind me when I left Triangular.
Raring to go.
Thought I saw one more over here.
Looking low on ammo there, Commander. I can help you whip something up.
Am I looking low on ammo, buddy? I don't think I am. Okay. That was annoying. Doesn't look like we're getting in this door. No, we're not. Shame, because there's something interesting in there. Oh well.
Trouble ahead.
That doesn't sound good.
Let me handle this.
Going out of sight.
Get happiness.
Back in business. Rest team, all charged up.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is better.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
I'm gonna let myself die, because
Don't mind me.
that was not what I meant to do. We'll reload. It's hard in fights like those to not hit your allies in this game. We're after Protectorate, not Order. It's fine, I can deal with this.
Hey, got eyes on some no good. Get the one.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is better than nature.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
En ready. Exposure underway.
Hostile there.
Going out of sight.
Go getting again.
Ready. Exposure.
Provisions momentarily depleted. Clear the queue on the lowest common denominator.
I'm not gonna kill them. I'm not gonna kill them. I'm just gonna get out of here. All right, what was that gun that we just picked up?
Why did you make me do this? Why?
Knew you had my back.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Helen. Law, is that you? It's me, Niles. No, I look a mite different from how you remember me. Been working on my fashion sense.
Wait, Rookie? Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Oh, what's happening to me? So it is you. Thank Law. I don't understand what happened, Commander. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Law, I had to kill them.
Oh, Helen. That's awful. But you were only defending yourself. I'd have done no different.
I don't understand what's happening. Everything was fine until the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the Rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then nothing.
She was alive when the rift engulfed the station. That's how she's here now. We could have saved her, Commander. We could have done something.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened?
This is fucked up.
Oh, I knew something was the matter. Tell me. Tell me everything.
Val and I tried looking for you while the commander went on ahead, but DeVries never intended for us to finish the mission. We barely escaped the station before she destroyed it.
So she never intended for any of us to survive. Figures. So what is it that left me like this? Not right. Stop speaking in circles. What are they doing?
It's called reconstitution. The Protectorate are trying to put the whole station back to how it was before it was destroyed. You included. But it's failing.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? I assume you got a plan to help me? You do, don't you? Boyd. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. Never.
God, this is fucked up.
Never anything. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, well, the amount of hope I got ain't worth a damn. Frickin' best you can do is end this for me. So will you? I'm sure.
Glad we could do you this one last kindness. Rest easy now, Helen. You've earned it. Won't let no one forget your bravery.
Always knew I could count on you, rookie. You've made a damn fine agent. Only wish I'd been there to see it. This is the final kindness you'll do for me, Commander. Thank you. Try not to miss, huh? Just right here, Commander.
Hey, we gotta talk about all the killing you've done. Specifically of my old co-workers. I understand that things might come up, give you no choice. But for all they've done, these folk are still mine. If we can avoid bloodshed, we should. Yeah, just don't put me in this spot again, Commander.
I'll just wait here, Commander. Go on. I'll just wait here, Commander.
It's a shame that Inez won't let me do what I promised I would do.
Oh, these soldiers look even more hideous than our crafting experiments.
There's the Providence. Oh, wow. Apart from the whole rendered in space-time assembly. And look there. That rover looks inbound for the skip labs.
What was...
And not nor have ever been.
Come on. Don't have the ability to do a lot with some of these, unfortunately. Oh, I recognize where we are.
Why can't the rift ever reconstitute anything nice?
Armed and ready.
And ready. Explode arrows under manual function.
Okay, can't jump that. Where's this last asshole? All right.
Is that plasma wrapped up in it? I wouldn't recommend getting close.
It'll take some doing to get past it. We ought to have a look around.
This is scientist Bernard Rand.
Bathrooms, so logically more bathrooms. No, something else. No, this is a mess. Math!
Incomplete. I like a brain teaser as much as the next photo, but this might be beyond my skill set.
This whole place is surreal. I like it, but Jesus. It's making my brain hurt.
Can't hear orders. Oh! Why are you sleeping? Orders. Misunderstood.
Enter your belt. Locked and stocked.
Doubted. Their zeal never lacked.
Right. Not a lot of great ways through this. Well, that sucks for those guys.
This is the Sovereign's office, ain't it? It reeks of overcompensating.
Nothing else to do here. Alright. Andy's orders, blah, blah, blah. Wait, what are we missing here?
Wow, ain't that convenient. First nice thing the Sovereign's done for us. Best to get this equation inputted as soon as possible.
All right. We got it. All right.
Hypothesis was correct all along. The results of the experiments were faulty. Capture the reading. We'll let the flames settle as it must. Data retrieval complete. Return shortly.
Take it up to the ship. Let's find that rift modulator and finish this.
All right. Here we go.
Report.
It was easier than I expected. Now, let's find a way to unseal the hangar before. Before we're noticed.
Auto dock.
Attention, crew gang. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Looks like the cavalry just rolled in.
As you look a little worse for the wear there.
Let us coordinate. In spite of your success thus far, the hard work is not yet
Nice battle
finished.
outfit.
You still need to... Both the modulator and the conductor of this ill-conceived plot are on the decks above us. However, there are security protocols you will need to bypass in order to access them. Each deck has its own restrictions, and the lift can only be operated with access credentials, such as a pass card. But these are limited to certain An alternate route through the engine room is viable. But there is a high likelihood much on this ship, it seems, is not for the eyes of the rank and file. Oh, two of the strongest individuals in Arcadia aren't enough for you? A precision strike team meets the requirements of this mission. Bringing any more troop, indeed. I will look for me. Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprattle of a station falls apart. Hustle up to the science wing. Get the rift modulator. I'll talk at you later.
Keep. How might this unit bolster or reduce request?
I'm hurt. Put some blood back in me. Love that.
entering this restricted area, you may be subject to mental refreshment, gory execution. This unit acknowledges that the concept of pay may be strange and alarming. Please note that theft will result in punishments that are infinitely more strange and alarming.
Yeah, whatever, bud.
Yeah, you know, I'd really rather not deal with any of that. Can we try the elevator?
What's going on down there, Deck 01? I saw an intruder alert. No. No, you're not. I'm sending an audience of troopers your way.
Bullets are fast to solve anyway. Just get the signal.
Okay. I mean, that's really...
Oh, good. We made it. I was expecting a wall of swinging axes and maybe a punch to the face to top it all off.
Okay. Yikes.
Attention.
Best to avoid combat if we can help it. Maybe I'll look around for some credentials?
Anyway, the modulator has got to be on this deck. We should poke around, but quiet light. See what information we can uncover.
I agree with them.
Action.
deserves a proper burial. Not this. Damnable bastards.
It's 1% damage. This pitchball cards are fucking everywhere, man. The rift residue is good though, because that's ammo for my little precious there. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the actual hell is this?
Oh, look at the size of that thing. No way we're getting the modulator off the ship.
I heard an alarm on the crew deck. Considering your manner of being, you wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Not so fast. Administrator, raise an intruder alert.
Aggressive in range.
Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Graf, back in business.
All the things to kill.
Looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Nobody around.
Out of sight and on the way. Let's heal. Don't go for a medic.
Are we done? No, we're not.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled.
Esteemed Council,
After much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Well, we got the schematics. But this report got me asking questions. If they found rifts in deep space, where humanity supposedly ain't been, how did they form? It don't add up.
It's a stumper, all right. But we'll have to worry about it later. Right now, we should concentrate on finding the console.
Elevator. This is a slow-ass lift.
Your punctuality is as commendable as ever. How did you fare in securing the rift modulator? Yet one more hindrance to overcome in this endeavor. Nevertheless, I expect you to guard those plans closely in the interim. Did you find anything else of note? When one learns information that rattles their understanding of the universe, one may take a moment to consider the gravity of said information. We know that rifts are only caused by skip drives, so if they are appearing in non-colonized space, then this is truly momentous. It proves definitively that life did not originate on Earth, and may, in fact, exist elsewhere in other forms. Of course, I wouldn't want to discount these findings too quickly, especially considering the implications. I concur. This is a discussion for later, with laureates in attendance. For now, we must confront the Consul before he wrests that future away forever. He is just through those doors. I have run the numbers, and should you wish to negotiate with the Consul, you must be strategic. He will not react well to a direct attack on his character or methods early on.
I'll be right back.
It certainly may. At which point we may find the opening needed to convince him to stand down. I might tread a mite lightly, dear. If I know the Consul's type, and I do, his ego can take only so many hits before his guns do the talking. Simply goading may not be ideal.
Not that the Consul deserves it, none. But if we can end things peaceably, we should try for it.
You should take this time to prepare. Replenish your supplies. Explore your environment for any advantages. Consider what options you may have in the event negotiations fail.
And if there is anything more you need to say to me or your companions, I encourage you to divest yourself of these diversionary thoughts while you still can.
Literally, this is our point of no return.
Redactor Essman.
Yeah, this is quite literally the point of no return. All right, well, let's go.
The distinguished presiding bishop herself has deigned to join us. What a charming surprise.
Don't overlook the main attraction, dear. I even wore my finest battle attire.
I might have known you'd conspire with our enemy and lead some foolhardy crusade against me. Loyalty has eluded you for years, after all. Sentinels, if you would.
Forming an alliance was necessary to combat the irrationality of your foolish endeavor. Those who fail to show reason do not deserve to lead this colony. Now, stand down.
I will not. I am saving this colony from itself, and ridding it entirely of traitors and trespassers like you. I'm not interested in what you've acquired by sleight of hand or whatever other sordid means, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and
that's dumb
foolhardy
luck.
metal. Indeed. Rarely are there enough measures to keep the most tenacious of sprats from gnawing their way in. I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously tampered with our Vox relay on Paradise Island. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. For all your bluster, you seem more concerned with running your mouth than improving your performance in the field. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
Greater Tranquility Station was a test?
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose. and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth.
Not gonna work that way,
When the
bud.
matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended. Let me spell it out for you so that you understand. In the matriarch's younger years, she discovered a crashed ship deep in the Earth, and in it, the very first skip drive. She dissected this tech, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse. And, well, that eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed. I've found when most people haven't a leg to stand on, they fall back into performative insouciance in an attempt to redirect the conversation. Always brazen, rarely effective. Listen closely. This is the work of the Grand Plan, guiding us toward humanity's ascension. Everything exists for this purpose. Since you took your time scurrying about my ship, presumably rifling through our things, I assume you also found information about the far-off rifts in untraversed space. That alone should tell you that we don't make our own circumstances. It seems they were made by the ship our matriarch found. A curiosity, isn't it? Without this discovery, we may never have realized the power we now possess with the rifts. Yes, the great architect works in mysterious ways. What else can I do but what is bidden? It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on, tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner, seeing it carried out. Yes, well, we also lost the support of the Order. But can one truly call that a loss? We would have drowned already in the seas of war with the weight of their inaction around our necks.
Reality would dispute that fact, given that it is I who has invaded your sanctum, and not the other way around. The Order has always been the Protectorate's more capable half.
I can scarcely recognize the Bishop standing in front of me. To think that I welcomed your ascension all those years ago. Orlo was at least amenable, moldable, teachable. But you've been nothing but disappointment. You're so busy chasing figments of the future, you don't even know they're leading you off the side of a cliff.
To a man of such expansive pride, all perceived slights become personal. Recall, Emery, that we once worked together toward the same aims. You made us enemies when you started down this unconscionable deviation from what is best for Arcadia.
I will not be blamed for your treacherous actions. A true Protectorate subject knows that adhering to the Sovereign's words is what's best for Arcadia. And you were never true. The same can be said for any subject who wavers. They are dead weight, and we must cast them off straight away. Once I win the war and leave those naysayers behind, harsh action will be swiftly forgotten. And once I provide for the needs of my subjects, I will have them forever.
Oh boy.
Indeed. That's why my strongest supporters wholeheartedly believe in me, and the Protectorate cause. So which is it? Can my people see reason, as you so aptly put it? Or are they mindless drones needing desperately to be saved by you? It cannot be both. For every traitor in our midst, thousands of loyalists remain. If anyone attempts to move against me, they are merely announcing themselves as the chaff to be cut. And they promptly will be. What are you saying? No. This is a preposterous assertion. You don't know what you're speaking of.
A partial truth. Rogue elements within the Order, operating against my own interpretation of the numbers, determined that Horizon Point's destruction was necessary.
Then the Order's treachery runs even deeper than we thought. There will be
I thought we were gonna
swift
get somewhere with that
recompense
one.
for this humiliation. Of that you can be certain. What could be more important than treason? Oh. Is this where you provide compelling evidence against my plan? Go on then. Let's hear it.
Madness is rarely apparent to one in its throes. I wonder, would you even be capable of hearing facts if we offered them?
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia and will not be spoken to like this. I am only doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from taking what is owed to us. I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate, or any other interloper, to claim to better know the customs of those they invade. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims.
We're going with number one.
It's true. Your matriarch suspected the Protectorate was doomed from the get-go. Reuben was mucking things up even before his mother's body was cold.
No. No, Reuben would not have gone against her. He was a stalwart protector of Arcadia to the end. We could all see his devotion. If he even attempted to bastardize the Protectorate cause, then we will have undone all of the Matriarch's work. I do not dismiss that I was complicit. It was my duty to guide him to the best of my ability. But surely it cannot be possible that I've gotten this wrong. All your so-called arguments are pure hearsay. You came here claiming so boldly that I would fail, but you have yet to provide any proof. So where is it? What do you have? Bah, a report. The abstract means little when compared to reality. Look outside. Is it failing now? That's not true. Despite how things appear at present, with time, this station, all of Arcadia, and all of its people will be made whole. So they will remain as shells upon reconstitution. Is that what you're saying? This would explain the anomalies we've encountered of late. I don't understand. Surely every step leading to this moment was in accordance to the grand plan. All the pieces fit. Either someone has made a terrible mistake, or this is merely a conspiracy to mislead us.
Oh, he's trying to talk himself out of it.
You may try. Your curtain falls.
Hostile ahead. What's the plan?
There's really nothing on his body.
If the readouts are to be believed, the rift is on the verge of destabilizing completely.
Oh boy.
But the rift modulator cannot be operated from this distance. It must be flown into the rift.
That would be suicide.
Though it may be troubling to you, this conclusion holds no uncertainty. Someone present must do this. Sometimes there is no alternative. This is one such time. Steel yourself.
The Order and I will use the schematics and the processed rift data to mass-produce modulators that are usable at a distance. These pesky rifts will soon no longer plague the colonies.
I don't like where this is headed.
I don't see why it has to be you, dear. I mean, I would, but I've spent much too much on prolonging my existence to cash out now. That is to say, thank you.
I will work with Auntie personally to protect the Rift technology and ensure your sacrifice is remembered for the selfless action it is.
Looks like we're gonna kill ourselves.
Yet again, we're the saps burdened with cleaning up the mess.
No.
I wish this weren't on any one of us, but ain't got time to dwell on the more favorable outcomes.
Commander, it's been an honor and a privilege. You really are the best the Directorate's got.
All right. This is it, guys.
the end, the commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Thanks to the commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. For his outside-the-box thinking and innovative propaganda techniques, D.B. Milverstreet was promoted, while rival Officer Carr seethed at her lack of upward mobility, or even bronze-tier executive benefits. Vigilant Hogarth, now acclimated to Fairfield, leaned on the Protectorate ideals of neighborliness, while overlooking all the authoritarian tactics, so he might help the Order to succeed with the equation. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Having died at the peace talks, Augustine DeVries' treachery was never known to the Earth Directorate. She is forever remembered as the star agent who tragically went missing during her mission. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Inez's convincing appeals to the press earned her clout in reforming Auntie's Choice's cruel grafting program. Yet it was a constant struggle, rife with red tape and pushback from program executives. This was Inez's new battle, one she would fight for the rest of her life. Tristan never uncovered who actually killed the Supreme Arbiter, a failing that chipped away at his ability to arbitrate. His once promising calling eventually ended with him stripped of rank, programming menial automechanicals somewhere deep within the husk of Protectorate society. Marisol quietly fumed over her unfinished business with Anaïs Bujold at Point Obviation. She eventually passed away in her sleep, alone and full of regret. Asa finally achieved her dream of dying in a rift. All it took was a daring and blood-soaked heist of a modulator to create a rift that she then summarily leapt into. Thus Asa remained a fanatical member of the Glorious Dawn, spreading the truth of the rifts to her final agonized breath. With the modulator schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. Auntie Cleo went through the motions of accommodating the Order, yet privately aspired to keep free trade anything but free. She began a new initiative. Any corporation or government that refused her trade conditions was promptly dealt with, either via takeover or strategic use of rifts. Auntie made her first public appearance in years, inspiring a fashion trend in bubble helmets. In no time at all, she won more public support than Ruth, which she sought to use as leverage when the time was right. Ruth Bassar proceeded to interface with the archive, an agonizing process that clawed away her lifespan. The archive computed that she was mistaken to compromise with the corporatists. To advance the plan, she needed to destroy them from within. So she proceeded to do just that. She had only been using the corporation for its logistical infrastructure. Auntie herself and at least some of her top executives needed to cease existing in Arcadia, either via assassination or skip-drive-assisted exile. Bassar stripped the power from the corporatists in subtle ways, until it was too late for them to stop her. Yet it remained unclear how long the Order could sustain its dominance once Ruth Bassar passed on to become one with the equation. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order and Auntie's Choice bickered over what to do with him. They ultimately decided to announce his death, while letting him live the rest of his addled days behind closed doors aboard the undisputed claim. Until one day, Amos stumbled upon the Sovereign's private quarters and freed him, rocking the colony with a brief scandal. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. The rifts across Arcadia and beyond were soon closed. Trade quickly resumed, with Auntie's Choice handling logistics. Yet, more than just goods and resources traveled the re-established trade routes. The Order's version of scientism spread as well. Many colonies stabilized, many thrived, and some even rose to an Arcadian level of prosperity. But there are still some that have never been heard from. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia. Its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
All right, guys. That was The Outer Worlds 2. I will see you guys tomorrow for some Elite Dangerous. It's been a ride. I really enjoyed the game. Satisfied with my ending. Yeah, thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.